Badgers football season officially begins this weekend. How fans can stay safe in the heat. Plus, a man charged in a hit and run that killed the La Follette High School student learns his fate in court. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in on this Labor Day weekend. The heat returns to southern Wisconsin this weekend, and the alert days will stretch into next week. Let's head out to the weather patio. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano has more details. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, unfortunately, it is going to be pretty hot this weekend. And as you mentioned, not only is it the first game for Badger football, but it's also Labor Day weekend. A lot of kids are going to go back to school Tuesday, and the weather is not going to be very favorable. We have alert days from Saturday through Tuesday because high temperatures could be in the lower 90s each and every day. There's also going to be a high wildfire risk because it's also going to be a bit breezy and it's going to be dry. Now, the good news is that because the air will be dry, heat index values won't be nearly as bad as they were last week, but they still could get to 100, but not expected to get above 100. Now, today is not going to be too bad. It feels a little warm right now, and it's going to warm up throughout the afternoon, but it's definitely going to be fairly comfortable for the most part today. We are seeing current temperatures in the 70s, and as I mentioned, we are going to see drier air with this heat wave, and if we look at the current dew points, a lot of them in the 50s, so definitely feeling a lot more comfortable than last heat wave already. Now, we also are seeing a little bit of a breeze in the air, and as I mentioned, that may continue throughout the weekend, which would cause an elevated fire risk. The forecast for this afternoon calls for high temperatures in the lower to middle 80s with mostly sunny skies. And then as we head towards the evening hours, it's going to be pretty comfortable this evening with temperatures mostly in the 70s after 6 p.m. So definitely enjoy your evening, and for the most part, the evening hours over the weekend definitely going to be warm, but not as bad. I'll talk more in detail about the heat forecast coming up later in the show, and I'll show you just how bad the heat index values will get. But as I mentioned, they won't be as bad as the last heat wave. I'll have the details later.
Okay, we'll check back. Thank you, Jacob. The Luke Fickell era with the Wisconsin Badgers officially begins tomorrow. The football team will face off with the Buffalo Bulls for their season opener at Camp Randall. Kickoff is at 2:30. As of this afternoon, there are still some seats left if you're hoping to go to the game. And as Jacob mentioned, tomorrow is going to be a hot one, and Wisconsin Athletics wants you to be safe. Officials say hydration is key. You will be allowed to carry a maximum of 2 sealed or unopened water bottles per person into the stadium. Concessions will also be stocked with extra water. Don't forget the sunscreen. Fans will also be set up throughout the stadium. Additional staff will also be on site in case there are any medical emergencies. For more Badgers coverage, tune into our brand new show, Wisconsin Huddle. It's Friday nights at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. You can also watch next week's taping live with co-host Brain Allen on Tuesday at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie at 6:30. New this afternoon, a Madison man charged in a crash that killed a La Follette High School student last year was sentenced to 5 years in prison. 42-year-old Cedarius Goodall pleaded guilty to a felony charge of hit and run involving death in April. Other charges were dismissed as part of a plea deal. Goodall's prison sentence will be followed by 5 years of extended supervision. President Joe Biden will travel to Florida tomorrow to survey the damage from Hurricane Idalia as communities sift through the trail of devastation. The storm is responsible for at least 2 deaths, one in Georgia, one in Florida. It brought around 7 feet of storm surge to several communities, causing many to lose their homes and businesses. At one point, more than 250,000 Floridians were without power.
This is our cottage, too. It's still standing. We're missing a few parts of it. I have never seen anything like this.
Crews are working as fast as they can to restore power. That number now well below 100,000 customers. A new report shows employers are still hiring, but there are signs the job market is slowing down. The healthcare, restaurant, and construction industries continue to add workers. Overall, employers added 187,000 jobs in August. That's a better than expected number, but gains for July and June were revised down significantly, and the unemployment rate jumped from 3.5 to 3.8%. That's the highest number since February of last year. Experts say the job market is returning to more normal levels after the explosion of hiring when pandemic lockdowns lifted.
Last year, the pace of hiring was almost breathtaking. And now we're averaging about 40% lower than last year's monthly hiring pace.
The latest data shows fewer Americans are quitting jobs and more Americans are joining the workforce, even though parts of the job market are slowing. Workers are making more, wages up 4.3% from last year. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. General Motors and Chrysler's parent company, Stellantis, are under fire for unfair labor practices. And another recall from Trader Joe's. Details coming up in the Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy. I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare and the needed supplemental insurance. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her presentation to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Need help with your Medicare or Marketplace health plans? Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
The 2023 Iowa County Fair is just around the corner. Join us at the fairgrounds in Mineral Point. Admission at the gate is $10. Thursday night, Miss Wisconsin arrives along with bull riders and barrel racing. On Saturday and Sunday, the livestock auction, tractor pull, and demo derby. Join us on Monday for Wisconsin harness racing. Post time is at 1 p.m. at Mineral Point, the fastest track in Wisconsin. Bring the family and enjoy Wisconsin harness racing and much more at the Iowa County Fair.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
The United Auto Workers Union says it filed a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board against General Motors and Chrysler parent company Stellantis, alleging unfair labor practices. The two automakers are denying the union's claim that they are not negotiating toward a new contract in good faith. This came the same day Ford announced it made an offer of 15% increases in hourly wages and lump sums. The United Auto Workers have voted to authorize a strike if negotiations fail to reach a new deal before the current contract expires on September 14th. Trader Joe's now has its 6th product recall since July. The latest covers Texas Tamale black bean tamales that may be mislabeled and contain an undeclared milk allergen. Trader Joe's says no illnesses have been reported and that all potentially affected products have now been pulled from shelves. And starting today, Krispy Kreme is saying goodbye to summer by releasing its popular strawberry glazed donut. This is only the 3rd time the sweet pink confection has been offered, and it will only be available this Labor Day weekend. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Let's check stocks at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 49 points. The NASDAQ down 22. The S&P 500, though, up 3.5. Our Call for Action volunteers are in the building, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Coming up, Pam has today's egg prices, and Jacob tells us more about the upcoming alert days. And then today on Live at 4, more and more people are taking stress-reducing vacations, which is contributing to the travel boom. Some recommendations for your next trip at 4.
The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with Lazy Boy recliners from $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Mark, a little help here? Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one, get one free ends Labor Day. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. And this Labor Day weekend, I'm throwing a summer send-off celebration with 6, 12, 30, and 60-month financing options and new everyday low prices on highly rated living rooms, best-selling bedrooms, stylish dining sets, and of course, my world-famous Bobapedic mattresses. Plus entertainment and yummy treats for the kiddos. It's gonna be great. Great indeed, Balloon Bob. So join the fun at my summer send-off celebration this Labor Day weekend in all my stores.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. For more than 90 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When entering a negotiation, it helps to have that reputation on your side. We have the talent and resources to take on the big corporations. For regular people all over Wisconsin. Habish, & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with custom sofas from $8.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Jesse Tyler Ferguson is a great sport.
Jennifer was like, you know I always win, right? And then she's like, and we're back. I was like, okay.
Plus, Love and Death's Lily Ray.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Help us pack the truck to kick off Coats for Kids.
September 11th, News 3 Now is collecting kid-size winter coats at Clinky Cleaners on Monona Drive.
Stop by with a coat to keep kids warm this winter.
Pack the truck for Coats for Kids.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this holiday Friday.
That's right. Get ready for the traffic. That's all I'm thinking about. Get ready for the traffic. And let's divert our attention from traffic and weather for a moment to some great leaders in Wisconsin agriculture that are going to be recognized during the College of Ag and Life Sciences Honorary Recognition Banquet that's coming up in October. Take a look at these folks. Happy to call him a friend. Corey Geiger is one of the folks that's receiving the Honorary Recognition Award, the highest honor presented by the College of Ag and Life Sciences. He just stepped away as managing editor of Horde's Dairyman. He is a Manitowoc County dairy kid and still helping to run his home farm up in Manitowoc. Congratulations to Corey Geiger. Then we've got the sibling pair of Dan and Mark O'Brien from just outside of Brooklyn. They started their agribusiness over 50 years ago trying to work on breeding and developing ideal corn and soybean genetics for Wisconsin. Today, they work collaboratively with a lot of our College of Ag and Life Science researchers out at their farm by Brooklyn. Dan and Mark O'Brien. The Distinguished Service Award going to Dr. George Shook. He got his career start and dedication to dairy on the UW-Madison campus. He was a faculty member, started back in 1967, and his goal was research, teaching, and outreach about all things with dairy production. Dr. Paul Williams, he retired but has stayed involved in the plant pathology department. He was a part of that department for 26 years and is continuing to spread his excitement for science, teaching, outreach, etc. Paul Williams, one of the Distinguished Service Awards. And the Distinguished Alumni Award going to this gentleman, Dennis DeMick. He is an executive editor for the environmental aspect at National Geographic. Dennis Dimmick is going to be presented the Distinguished Alumni Award. That's coming up in October. If you happen to know any of those folks who want to be a part of the audience for the banquet, you are welcome to get signed up. Just go to the College of Ag and Life Sciences website. Tickets are available. Thursday, October 19th is when they'll be recognized at Union South. I'm very pleased and honored to say that I am one of those that has received the Honorary Recognition Award from Cal's, highest honor they present in the calendar year. Okay, so markets are going into a 3-day weekend, so we're going to tap the brakes as far as getting too excited about numbers going in any direction, because I'm pretty sure most of these folks are in a car, on a plane, or going somewhere and letting computers do the trading. But we'll see how things go through the rest of this afternoon. We're holding firm at least. The dairy markets in Chicago today also a little bit higher. I mentioned that when kids are back in school, the dairy complex generally benefits. Barrel cheese today in Chicago up a penny at $1.87. 40-pound block cheese still unchanged at $1.9925. Double A butter up a penny and a half on a Friday to wrap the week at $2.66 a pound. And there we go, off into the 3-day weekend. I'll catch up with you, my friend, on Tuesday.
Have a safe and fun one.
It's going to be a warm one.
Going to be a warm one. Take it easy. All right. Thanks, Pam. Well, it is one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. More than 148 million Americans are planning to leave home this Labor Day weekend. Chris Van Cleve has more.
Blake Sosa and his wife Ashley are heading to Japan for their honeymoon, getting an early start on Labor Day weekend at Chicago's O'Hare Airport as the busiest summer travel season on record comes to a close.
We just really looked at flights, and today worked out better for our schedule and really cost, and it definitely helps to beat the Labor Day rush.
The TSA has screened more than 227 million passengers since Memorial Day weekend, surpassing pre-pandemic records. And the agency expects to see another 14 million more by Tuesday.
It could just be a holdover from a lot of folks not traveling over the past few years due to COVID. And they've got that international travel bug, and they've decided, I'm going to do it this year. Because being up 44%, that's pretty noticeable.
The nearly 150 million people traveling over Labor Day will face gas prices averaging about $3.82 a gallon. While it's nearly the same as last year, AAA says it's higher than normal for the holiday. Baba Javier is driving from Los Angeles to Arizona.
I'm not going to let the gas prices affect what we do right now. It does hurt, not going to lie.
Despite a series of storms wreaking havoc around July 4th, summer 2023 saw a 21% drop in cancellations, even with an increase in flights. Still, 1 in 4 left late this summer, up from last year. Labor Day weekend, are you concerned about where things stand?
Well, we're always concerned because we know we're just one unexpected event, glitch, or storm away from there being some real issues.
But Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says improving staffing and airlines cutting some summer flights created a buffer against disruptions.
This summer was a test of the recovery of our aviation system, and the results have been remarkable.
Let's check the weekend weather now. Going to be a hot one, Jacob.
Yeah, we've been talking about the alert days for the next couple of days. The alert days are for Saturday through Tuesday, where we will likely see high temperatures in the 90s and heat index values up to 100 degrees. But we also could see a high wildfire danger because it's going to be dry, hot, and it's also going to be a bit breezy. So here are the 3 things you need to know for the upcoming week. We are going to see the dry air, not just dry conditions, but because of the breezy weather and low humidity, there will be an elevated fire risk. And I already talked about the heat with high temperatures in the 90s, possible records, especially Sunday through Tuesday. And for the most part, precipitation-wise, we also are going to be dry with the chance of rain late Tuesday. But through Labor Day, we aren't expected to see any rainfall. Now, low temperatures tonight, certainly warmer than the last couple of nights with lows in the lower 60s, maybe lows near 70 over near La Crosse. And then tomorrow will be the first day of the 90s, especially for places to the west where Prairie du Chien, La Crosse possibly getting close to 100. But here in Madison, we will see a high temperature of around 90. Now, for the few days after Saturday, we could definitely break a record here in Madison. So for Sunday, the forecasted high is 94, and the record is 92. So Sunday will be the best chance to break the record. And then Monday, the record's 94, and the forecasted high is 93. And then for Tuesday, the forecasted high is 92, and the record is 93. Now, we likely aren't going to see the record for the warmest low temperature because the air is dry. The temperatures will drop a bit more than last heat wave. So we'll see low temperatures likely in the 60s, where the record's lows for those days are in the 70s. So here's a look at the heat index forecast. Tomorrow, not going to be too bad. We'll see heat index values possibly even below the actual temperatures because of the wind. And then as we go to Sunday, that's where the warmest temperatures will likely occur, with heat index values in the mid-90s, possibly close to 100 near La Crosse and Black River Falls. And then for Monday, Labor Day, it will be a little bit better than Sunday, but still going to see some pretty high heat index values. Tuesday will likely be a little bit closer to Sunday, where the heat index values will likely approach 100. That's because Tuesday is expected to be the warmest day. Now, Wednesday, the temperatures are going to drop, but it's going to be pretty humid, which will create some rain chances. So those heat index values are still going to be pretty hot for Wednesday, but the actual temperatures will certainly be a lot cooler by then because of the humidity is really the big reason why Wednesday's heat index values will be higher. But we'll see high temperatures back in the mid-80s for then. Now, we are going to stay in the 80s for the end of next week, but certainly going to be a lot better compared to the 90s that we will see the next couple of days. So although we are going to see high temperatures in the 90s, the humidity values, especially for tomorrow and Sunday, aren't going to be too bad. It does look like it will, the humidity will increase for Tuesday and Wednesday, but the actual temperatures will peak on Sunday. So still going to be warm, but again, it's not going to be as bad as last week's, where we had heat index values as high as 123. Wow. Not even going to get close to that, so that's the good news. We may not even get to 100 for parts of our area. Probably somewhere we'll see the heat index get to 100, but it certainly won't be too far above that. So it is going to be a little bit better, and since we've dealt with those ridiculous heat index values, for some people it may not be too bad, but definitely going to be hot nonetheless.
The unofficial end to summer. Don't tell Mother Nature.
Yeah, right.
Up next, Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, making a classic dessert that is popular wherever you go.
So here's a question for you. Can you name a dessert that's so widely loved that it's found in every part of the world? It's not chocolate cake or apple pie. Those are favorites in our country. I'm talking about a dessert that's embraced everywhere. It's rice pudding. And to bring that old world taste into your world, here's how you make it. We started by combining some milk, rice, sugar, and beaten egg yolks in a pot over medium heat. After the mixture comes to a boil, we let it simmer for a bit until it thickens up. Just make sure you stir frequently so it doesn't stick. Now, we remove it from the heat, stir in some vanilla, and let it cool. Then it's ready to serve. Now, if you're wondering if you can use lactose-free, nut, or soy milk in this, sure you can. Whether you dish this up in a big bowl and let everyone dig in, or you serve it in individual portions, you can't miss. To get the recipe for our creamy, dreamy, classic rice pudding, all you have to do is visit our website. I like mine with lots of whipped cream and a little cinnamon on top. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an internationally loved way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, coming up, Madison Police Officer Hunter Lisco joins us in studio to talk about the 9/11 Never Forget blood drive and how you can help after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello. One visit, permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Body Summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Save on your next paint project with 11% off everything at Menards. Style your home with Ultra Interior Paint and Primer with a smooth finish that provides great coverage. Pick up a gallon starting at just $19.29 after rebate. For a paint that covers in one coat, choose Pittsburgh Grand Distinction Interior Paint. This premium paint and primer comes in over 700 one-coat colors and offers excellent durability. Now $32.89 per gallon after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying...
He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. And right now, save up to $700 on adjustable base sets. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Tempur-Pedic queen mattresses start at just $42 per month when you use Steinhafels 72-month financing. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Welcome back. It's called the 9/11 Never Forget Blood Drive, held every year on September 11th, 9/11. Madison Police Officer Hunter Lisco is here to tell us all about the Never Forget Blood Drive. Thanks for being with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
This started about, what, 12 years ago?
12 years ago.
What was the impetus?
Well, you know, of course, 9/11 is an important day in American history, and we think about the nearly 3,000 lives that were lost on September 11th, 2001. And as a first responder community here in Madison, we wanted to come together and really give back in honor of those lives.
So it's the police department? Who else sponsored?
The police department, the fire department, and the American Red Cross. So we all come together, you know, police and fire, we go to a lot of calls together every day out in the field, but this is one of those special events that we get to come together for in the community and really do something special.
And you see firsthand the need for blood.
Absolutely. And, you know, one blood donation can save up to 3 lives. And when we're talking about critical incidents like, you know, car accidents or house fires or things like that that we respond to every day, it's really important to have a well-supplied stock of blood.
New venue this time.
New venue this time. We're at Garver Feed Mill on the Near East Side.
This is pictures from, I guess, last year, maybe? This is at the fire station.
Yes. Last year we were at Fire Station 14. New venue this year, but same expectations. We're going to have lots of people coming through and donating. We're going to treat them very well. And again, you know, just that one blood donation can save up to 3 lives.
And you need to pre-register.
Yes, pre-register. So if you go to the redcrossblood.org website and you put in the sponsor code Public Safety, that'll take you right to the registration page.
And you get a big turnout every year.
Every year we've got a great turnout. We're hoping for 150 or so this year, so we need to pump those numbers up. But we've got some great incentives for our donors. We're giving away some T-shirts from the Red Cross. We also special ordered a collector edition mug. So through the generosity of the Madison Community Policing Foundation and Fire Charities Local 311, we had some awesome giveaways and hope to share those with the community.
A perfect day to honor those that gave their lives on 9/11.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good holiday weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Here's Jacob, one final check of the forecast.
Thanks, Mark. We obviously are going to be seeing those hot temperatures the next couple days, but the dew points will be down, especially for Saturday and Sunday. So the heat index values will struggle to get to 100. We're not expecting them to exceed 100, at least not by that much. We will see an increase in the humidity for Tuesday and Wednesday, which will bring a chance of rain, especially late Tuesday and early Wednesday. But the temperatures will have fallen a little bit by then, so the heat index won't be as bad. And then by the end of next week, we'll see temperatures cooler, but still in the lower 80s.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.